Hi guys. All right, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to jump right into it. We are going to look at a number rack. So you can see this is a number rack. Move it down just a little bit just in case you guys can't see it. All right, so this is a number rack. We are going to use this number rack to do all sorts of things this year. So you will notice that there's arrows on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Can you guys guess why there's arrows? So if you didn't know, there are more numbers before 1. So you won't learn about those numbers in first grade, but think about when it gets really cold in the wintertime and sometimes the weatherman says, oh, it's gonna be -2 degrees. So you would think of there's a 0 right here. It'd be -1, -2, -3, and so on, going towards the left-hand side. But then take a look at the right-hand side of the number line. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13. So on number lines, if they have arrows, that means that the numbers can either go, there are some numbers that come before and some that come after. So let's look at this number line and let's just count, starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Let's count backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm going to see if I can find we're going to skip count by 2s again, kind of like we did yesterday. Skip counting 2s. All right. Let's skip count by 2s. We're going to use this chart. Make sure you can see it. I'll zoom up a little bit. All right, skip counting by 2s. We're going to count to 40, starting with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. So let's try it like we did yesterday. We're going to whisper the odd numbers and we're going to say the even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Good job, guys. All right, I'm going to share my iPivo screen. iPivo screen is pretty much my document camera. It's the name of the document camera. So if you guys ever hear me say iPivo, it's my handy dandy document camera. Oh, let's see, let me make sure. Still recording. Awesome. All right, friends, we are going to play a game. You will need a piece of paper and a pencil. Remember, pencils have erasers. And what do erasers do? Let us erase our mistakes if we have any. So we are going to look at tallies. So some of you guys remember tallies from last year. If not, we're going to go over it. So that's all right if you forgot. So when we do a tally mark, we make the tally mark go straight up and down. So from the top to the bottom, that's 1 tally, 2 tallies, 3 tallies, 4 tallies. Zoom in a little bit closer. So after 4, we are going to make the 5th tally. We're going to connect it from that first tally from the very top all the way to the bottom of the 4th tally. So if we look at this, our minds automatically know that is a set of 5. This represents 5 whole tally marks. So if we see the number 5 and we see this, we know that this amount of tallies is 5. So say if I were to do this many, is that a set of 5? No, it's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now how do you know that though? Because there's not the line that's connecting them. So now take a look at these 2 sets of tallies. How many are there all together? 10. 10 tallies. We can double check. We can either count them like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or we know, our brains are like, hey, I know that's 5 and I know that's 5. What is 5 plus 5? Think about those fingers of yours. What's 5 plus 5? You add them all up. You know that you were born with 10 fingers, hopefully. Some people sometimes aren't so fortunate and don't have 10 fingers, but for majority, we all have 10 fingers. So think about it, 5 plus 5. That's using computational fluency. Say computational. Say fluency. Say computational fluency. Try it again, computational fluency. One more time, computational fluency. So computational fluency, you might be hearing this a lot lately, well, pretty soon in this whole year. Computational fluency is your brain. It's a way of allowing your brain to count quicker, count faster. You know that your brain knows that that's a set of 5. So if you were like, oh, 5, and then say if there were 2 more tallies right underneath it, you would, rather than saying like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, your brain would be like, oh, I know that's a set of 5, so I'm going to say 5 plus 2 more, 5, 6, 7. You're going to count on from 5, 5, 6, 7. I know that's 5, so I'm going to count 2 more. How many is that? 7. It's using computational fluency, so it's getting to an answer a little bit quicker. 5, 6, 7, rather than counting like a sloth. 1, like the sloth from Zootopia, if you guys ever seen that movie. You know how slow he is. That would be, he would count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if I was like, hey, first one to answer the question gets a starburst, you'd probably want to count like this, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my brain knows that 5 plus 2 equals 7. We also know that we can flip-flop these numbers. What if we had 2 plus 5? What's 2 plus 5? Start with the larger number first, and then add on 5, 6, 7. Is it still going to answer? Are these 2 answers still going to be the same? Yeah, but are these 2 numbers flip-flopped? Yeah, and that's completely fine. So what we're going to do today in our, right here on our piece of paper, I'm going to show you a set of tallies. You guys are going to write them. So I'm going to give you a number. The number is 4. What is the number? 4. I want you to show me 4 tallies. Pause the video if you need to. You should have had 1, 2, 3, 4. Do your tallies look like mine? Awesome. If not, I want you to make 4 tallies. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you added 1, erase it. If you only have 3, draw 1 more. Your tallies should look like this. All right, next number, find another spot on your sheet. The next number is going to be 6. The number is going to be 6. Pause the video if you need to. Your tally should look like this. Remember, your brain was like, oh, hey, that's 5. Plus 1 more is 6. Good job. All right, if you need to, remember, pause the video. If I'm ever going too fast, pause this video. Let's go to another, I'm gonna label this 4. Let's go to another part on our sheet. The number. Let's get a little tricky. The number is 12. The number is going to be 12. So pause the video. I want you to make 12 tallies. Your tallies. Pause the video if you haven't done so already. Unpause it when you're done. Your tally should look like this. You know that's a set of 5. Plus 5 more is 10. 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. Good job, guys. All right. Let's see. Ooh, what about 15? 1 and a 5 is 15. Can you show me 15 tallies? If you need to, you can start off slow. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know 5 plus 5 is 10. So continue to count on 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's what your tally should look like. It should look like this image. 5, 10, 15. So we skip counted by 2s. Some days we'll skip count by 5s, and some days we'll skip count by 10s. Good job, guys. All right, so for today's assignment, the teachers would like you to send a picture of your work, okay? Just upload it. My class, you're gonna upload it to the discussion board. I'm not too sure how Miss Lane wants it. If she has a discussion board that you can attach the files to, upload it there. If not, take a picture and either send it or email it to her, okay? So before we leave, before we go to it's the end of the lesson, I'm gonna show you guys this. Take a look at this. Do you know what this is? This is called a number rack. Say number rack. What is it? A number rack. So what do you notice about the number rack? You might notice that how many colored beads are there? 2. I have white, I have red. What else do you notice? Do you notice that there's a row on the top and a row on the bottom? Yeah. How many beads are there all together? Let's count. Using computational fluency, I'm going to count a little bit quicker. Because I know, let's count by ones first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like the same amount of beads is on the top that is on the bottom. So if I know this is 5, this is 5 more. 5 plus 5 is what? 10. And then it looks like this is a set of 5, but let's just double check. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5. What about the bottom row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know that there's 5 white on top, 5 white on bottom, 5 red on top, 5 red on bottom. So if you counted using computational fluency, 5, 10, 15, 20, this is a 20 frame. So that means there are 20 beads on this number rack. So we're going to be using number racks quite often throughout our modules, our lessons. So some days we will, some days we won't, but with this number rack, I just want you guys to know that there are 20 beads on here. So let's actually push it. You don't have a number rack, but if I were to push all of my beads over here and I said, hey, push over 2 beads, you can be like, oh, I want 2 on top. You could also push 2 on bottom. You could also push 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom. Is that still 2 over here? Yeah. So what's neat about math is sometimes you can look at it in different ways. You don't have to always look at it the same. You are unique, you are different than everybody else, and sometimes your brain operates a little bit differently. So with this number rack though, we will be using this so forth, okay? So all you have to do tonight is upload a picture of your tally marks and you are good.